Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being so patient while we got everything ready. Is this not a beautiful location for this special ceremony today? And cool, which is extra wonderful. What did you all think of the entertainment? Amazing, great. My name is Lisa Harrison, and I'm a supervisor with the Fresno Field Office of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. On behalf of our field office, I want to welcome you to today's very special ceremony in honor of World Refugee Day. I would like to take this opportunity to provide you with a very brief background about World Refugee Day. A refugee is a person who fled his or her home country owing to a well-founded fear of persecution because of his or her race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group or political opinion. Many refugees are in exile to escape the effects of natural or human-made disasters. The Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, also known as the UN Refugee Agency, was established on December 14, 1950 by the United Nations General Assembly. The agency is mandated to lead and coordinate international action to protect refugees and resolve refugee problems worldwide. It strives to ensure that everyone can exercise the right to seek asylum and find safe refuge in another state, with the option to return home voluntarily, integrate locally, or to resettle in a third country. On December 4th, 2000, the United Nations General Assembly adopted Resolutions 55/76, where it agreed to have International Refugee Day coincide with Africa Refugee Day each year on June 20th. We are thankful to the Clovis Veterans District for making the hall available for all of us today to join together to observe World Refugee Day and to celebrate you becoming U.S. citizens. We hope that this will be a memorable and positive experience for you, your family members, and friends attending today. Candidates, before the ceremony officially starts, I would like to go over today's process and also explain the contents of the packet that each of you has received. We ask that all candidates remain in their seats during the entire ceremony. If you must use the restroom, please do so and return immediately. The nearest restrooms are located out the doors in the lobby area. We ask that all of you turn off your mobile phones or place them in silent mode. Mobile phones and devices should only be used to take photographs during the ceremony. Please remove hats and head coverings unless they are worn for religious purposes. For those of you who are guests today, if you have small children who begin to cry or become restless, please be courteous to those around you and take them out from the ceremony. During the ceremony, you will be asked to stand and recite the Oath of Allegiance. Reciting the oath is a requirement under the law, so be proud and say it loudly. We will also recite the Pledge of Allegiance and hear our national anthem sung. Both the Oath of Allegiance and Pledge of Allegiance are printed in your program, and you may wish to refer to it later. The packet provided to you today contains interesting and important information for the new citizens, such as the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. It also contains information sheet with the website address for the Social Security Administration. Once you have your certificate, you must go to the Social Security office to update your status as a U.S. citizen. Please wait about 2 weeks for the Social Security Administration to receive information from USCIS regarding your new status as a citizen. Your packet also contains a U.S. passport application. You may apply for your passport immediately, but it is recommended that you update your information with Social Security first. We would also like to remind you that as lawful permanent residents of the United States, you are able to file a petition to immigrate your spouse, your unmarried children under 21 years of age, and unmarried sons and daughters over the age of 21. But now, as a U.S. citizen, you may also file a petition to immigrate your parents, your brothers and sisters, and your married sons and daughters. If you have petitions that you have already filed, It is very important that you let the American consulate know that you are now a United States citizen, so those petitions can be upgraded. Voting is a right granted to U.S. citizens, and I encourage each of you to register and vote. A voter registration card will be made available to you at the end of this ceremony when we hand out your certificates, and there's also a booth to get you registered at the back. They started clapping. We ask that you secure your certificate in a safe place. There is a fee to replace it if it is lost or mutilated, so keep it safe. And now, I would like to invite Scoutmaster Rusty Moon and Boy Scout Troop 60 to present the colors and officially kick off the ceremony.
Color Guard, advance. Audience, please rise. Post the colors. Color Guard, reform. Audience at ease.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may all be seated. That beautiful voice you just heard was Mrs. Carol LeMay, and we are so honored to have her here with us today. We'd love to hear her sing. And now I would like to invite Lorenzo Rios, Chief Executive Officer of the Clovis Veterans Memorial District, to formally welcome us all to this beautiful building. Mr. Rios was born in Mexico and moved to the United States with his parents and 4 younger siblings when he was a young boy. He joined the Marine Corps after high school and later attended Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington, where he earned his bachelor's degree in political science and Spanish and a master's degree in organizational leadership. While studying at Gonzaga University, Mr. Rios joined the campus Army ROTC first as a reservist and then as active duty. During his 23 years with the U.S. Army, he taught classes at West Point, served tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan, and worked as a professor of military science at Fresno State. He retired as a lieutenant colonel on August 1st, 2015, and became CEO of the Clovis Veterans Memorial District in the same month. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Lorenzo Rios.
Well, you look absolutely beautiful. You absolutely do. Today I had the opportunity of listening to some remarkable music and some beautiful dances. I am from Tecomán, Colima. So to see the dancers up here playing some music that I grew up with was inspiring, to say the least. I am the CEO of this great district. This district was established in 1946 to honor the veterans coming home from World War II. And this last June we celebrated 70 years. And it's important to note that this district was established because it represents the values of this community. It's important that we honor those who provide the blanket of freedom that sometimes we forget. It's an honor to see you all come to this house, because I will tell you I have the utmost respect for you. Many people are born and they accept the title of citizen by the virtue of them being born in the United States. You were born somewhere else and you made the decision, you've made the choice to make this country yours. And I have the utmost respect for you. I will tell you that this nation is a great nation, and sometimes people try to tell me that I don't understand what I'm saying, that somehow or another I don't appreciate how average this nation is, but you, my 200 brothers and sisters up front, you know how beautiful and exceptional this country is because you choose to be a citizen. Now, I took the oath to be a citizen in 1989, and when I took that oath, I did renounce my citizenship of Mexico, and I can now say I'm proud as a Mexican that I was born in Mexico, but I'm even more proud to die an American someday by the virtue of this nation affording me so many opportunities. So I'm so proud to welcome you in, and here soon you will be taking that oath. And my challenge to all of you is to pay attention to the words that you will say. In there, besides saying that you renounce your former ties, you will also include a portion where it says that you will defend the Constitution of the United States. And I would offer you, take the time before you leave. There's in the back hallway, not inside this room, but in the back hallway, there are some documents that reflect some of the ideals of this country. You'll see excerpts of the Gettysburg Address, Kennedy's speech, but you see the Declaration of Independence and you see the Constitution of the United States. And at the preamble, it says, "We the people," so that you never forget that which is sovereign in this country is we the people. But we are not so bold as to say that we live in a perfect country. No, we came together to form a more perfect union. That means we, the people, have a responsibility to do our part to make sure that this union continues to grow and prosper and to correct its flaws, but we only correct its flaws by nurturing opportunity and addressing the challenges. And I am so proud to say, welcome to your home, welcome to America, and I can't wait to see 200 new brothers and sisters who take the oath, who proudly claim to be American, to do your part to make sure that your neighborhood is the best neighborhood. You will do your part to defend this country by making sure that your community is the best part of America. Don't worry about what we don't have. For everything that you say that we don't have, I want you to realize God put you in this right here, right now, so that you can roll up your sleeves and say, we don't have it, but because I'm here, we will have it. And I will apply my time, my treasure, my opportunities to make my neighborhood better. If I don't have enough food, I will grow more food. If I don't have the right laws, I will work with my community to bring about the right laws. If my community is lost, I will work hard to find its purpose, but not by saying how horrible this community is, but by celebrating how wonderful it really is and working to address those flaws through positive change, through our actions, celebrating what's right and addressing those things we can do better. We the people will form a more perfect union by loving this nation and doing our part to make it the greatest nation on earth. Welcome to the Clovis Veterans Memorial District, and on behalf of the Board of Directors and the citizens of this great community, welcome to this home, and I look forward to participating right here with you all in celebrating this great ceremony. Everybody who sits in the back, take note of the oath that's being taken up here. Help them continue to be great citizens. Children who sit in the back, who don't understand what's going on, pay attention, because this great nation is a great nation because good people like the 200 up here stand tall and take the responsibility by choice. And Specialist Westcott, I'd ask that you stand up. This young man has already put on the uniform to defend this great nation, and soon he will embrace this nation as his own. I thank you, and Specialist, I salute you. So, I welcome you all. I say thank you all, and let's all do our part to be the people who come together to form the more perfect union. God bless you all. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Rios. That was wonderful. Now I would like to invite Ms. Lisa Agao from the Fresno Adult School, and she is going to read an essay for you today. We had a special guest speaker, but unfortunately she will not be able to make it today because she is in the hospital having a baby. So we forgive her for not showing up today. It's understandable.
I just want to take a moment to tell you again, this is World Refugee Day. I was in Bom Vinai refugee camp in Thailand, and I was teaching English as a second language there before I came to Fresno under the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. And the student that we were going to hear from today is from Yemen, and she also, her name is Nasim Saeed, and she came to this country in 2006. She understands there are many women and children refugees in Yemen, and she wanted you to remember them on this day, World Refugee Day. She joined her family in Fresno. She married. Her American friends encouraged her to join Fresno Adult School in 2009. In 2012, she became a citizen. And this spring, she participated in Fresno Unified School District's essay contest about Cesar Chavez. And she won second place. And I'm going to read as if I were her, because she's not here. So this is her essay, excerpts from her essay. Cesar E. Chavez once said, "To make a great dream come true, the first requirement is a great capacity to dream. The second is persistence." Good morning, my name is Nasim Saeed. I am from Yemen. I came to the United States in 2006. I started English as a second language at Fresno Adult School. After living here for 5 years, I decided to become a citizen. My teachers helped prepare me. Just like you, I studied the 100 questions to prepare for the interview. I also studied about other important people in California. Have you ever been able to relate yourself with a game-changing, history-making person? I discovered that person in Cesar Chavez. The one value I relate the most to is his amazing perseverance. His life success is related to his ability to persevere. I feel my life outcome is directly connected to my own perseverance. Without my fortitude, I would definitely not be where I am in my life, and I may not even be living. This is one of the core values we both have in common. Cesar Chavez had the determination of a person fighting for his life. For example, he walked 300 miles in a march for the migrant workers to have better wages and working conditions. He was so driven to finish the walk, he continued walking with bloody feet from Delano to Sacramento. The workers benefited greatly from his immense determination. He made his dreams come true and helped many migrant workers along the way. I too have been determined in my life. Even as a little girl living in Yemen, I was determined. I also dared to dream to come to America. Against all odds, I had a lot of people telling me I would never make it to the land of the free. But here I am. I had to keep my eyes on the future because of all the struggles in my path. You also have been determined. My advice to the adults is to not let anyone tell you that you can't do it. I came from one of the worst situations in the world and I made it. You can too. I also encourage you to continue your education just like I am. My dream is to become a police officer. What is your dream? My advice to the children is to take advantage of the opportunities that you have as a citizen. As a child, I was denied access to further education. This was very painful for me. Today, you have the advantage to continue to go to school. Don't take it for granted. Find your support team, people who believe in you. In this country, I have found a new support team. I have an adopted mother. She took care of me when I had so many difficulties. She was there to encourage me each step of the way. And that adopted mother texted me this morning to tell me she's in the hospital having a baby, so that's why I'm speaking for her. Anyway, she tells you thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Igao, and we definitely pass our thanks to Ms. Saeed and congratulate her as well. Okay, so we now begin the process where you will all take the final steps to becoming American citizens. As you recite the Oath of Allegiance in a moment, please remember the men and women in uniform who have served and who have defended our freedom since our nation's birth. Their service has helped make ceremonies like today's possible. Ladies and gentlemen, Field Office Director Feldman, I wish to present to you all the candidates for naturalization. They are now present before the United States Department of Homeland Security, Citizenship and Immigration Services, and have been found to be persons of good moral character, attached to the good order and happiness of the United States. These candidates have demonstrated a satisfactory knowledge of the history and government of the United States and satisfactory ability to read, write, and speak the English language. I am proud to say that it is our conclusion that these candidates are, in all respects, qualified for U.S. citizenship at this time. Candidates, as I mention each country, please stand and remain standing as the Field Office Director administers the oath. We have one person from Afghanistan. Please stand. Maybe not. We have 5 people from Armenia. Please stand. There you are. Please remain standing. We have one person from Azerbaijan. Please stand. We have one person from Bangladesh. Two people from Brazil. One person from Canada. Please stand and remain standing. We have 5 people from the People's Republic of China. We have 1 from Cuba, 2 from Egypt, 2 from El Salvador, 1 from France, 2 from Guatemala, 1 from Honduras, 23 from India. 1 from Indonesia. 1 from Jordan. 11 from Laos. 3 from Lebanon. 1 from Malaysia. 101 from Mexico. One from Nepal, 1 from Nigeria, 1 from Pakistan, 2 from Peru, 11 from the Philippines, 2 from Russia, 2 from South Korea, 2 from Taiwan, 4 from Thailand, 2 from Turkey, 3 from the United Kingdom, 4 from Vietnam, 1 from Yemen, 1 from Yugoslavia, and 1 from Zimbabwe. Now, each of you has met all the requirements for naturalization that we mentioned earlier, and it is now my pleasure to introduce Fresno Field Office Director Lynn Quan Feldman, Department of Homeland Security, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. The Fresno Field Office is part of the USCIS District 22 and covers the area from Stanislaus, Mariposa, and Mono counties down to Kern and Inyo counties, 10 counties altogether. It is an honor to have Ms. Feldman with us here today. Ms. Feldman will administer the oath of allegiance, and this is the absolute last step you need in order to become a citizen of the United States. Ms. Feldman?
Good morning. Good morning. You guys are a beautiful crowd. I must have taller people than myself because it does look like it's going to take over me or something. First off, thank you very much for allowing me to be part of your process. Thank you for being so patient. I'm sure some of you arrived very early to make sure you didn't miss today. Okay, so we don't need the envelope, so you can go ahead and put that down. If you have the program, that's what we'll be needing. The program has the oath of allegiance. I think it's on the second page. It's on the second page, so if you can, go ahead and put down these envelopes so that you have one hand free to hold the program and one hand to raise as you say the oath of allegiance. So let's see if everyone's ready. All right. The most important time is going to happen. After, some of you 5-10 years, this is the most important thing. That's right, that's the page. So, if you have it ready, go ahead and raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law. That I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations. On behalf of the United States Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, the Fresno Field Office, congratulations. You are indeed the newest citizens of the United States. I think we're the only, aside from another office, another field office, we might be the only ones doing this citizenship. So on this second, this is your moment that you became citizens, and it's a beautiful moment for sure. Now, friends and family, please stand so we may all say the Pledge of Allegiance together. We will be led by Specialist Army Reserve, am I saying it? Jonathan Westcott, if you can join me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all.
Maybe it was your accent, but it was fast. Well, you'll have lots of opportunities to do that and do that again and with so proudly. So thank you so much. You may all sit down. On the program, we have Mr. Ghia Xiong, and he is from the Fresno Center of New Americans, but we unfortunately could not make it, so you have me. I hope that's okay. Oh, we do have him. Oh gosh, you guys were saved. I was about to sing to you. Yeah. Someone just said he'll hold me to it, so you guys might suffer later on after all, which kind of gives me an idea, which I might do later on. But I will go ahead and introduce. Okay. All right, now it's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Ghia Xiong. Mr. Ghia Xiong was a former refugee. He escaped the Vietnam War with his family and lived in the United States in 1982. He came to the U.S. when he was 10 years old. He didn't speak English at all. They first moved to Portland, Oregon, and relocated to Fresno in 1983. He is a real Fresnan. 1983, it's a while. Dr. Xiong graduated from the California State University of Fresno with a bachelor's and a master's degree, and at Alliant International University in California School of Professional Psychology with his doctoral degree in psychology. He was awarded the Graduate Dean's Medal at California State University in 2002. He has conducted a number of research on the Hmong and co-authored a book with Lillian Futterman called I Began My Life All Over Again, which captures the voice of the Hmong refugees in Fresno. Currently, he is a director of Living Well program, as I said, from the Fresno Center for New Americans. He oversees the mental health program that specifically provides cultural and linguistically appropriate mental health services to the Southeast Asian community here in Fresno County. He is also the adjunct faculty professor in providing interpretive services in the Clovis Community College. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Ghia Xiong.
Okay, thank you, Director Lim, for having me. I would never miss this, right? Just like a graduation. So parking wasn't an issue. I was here, but I was way in the back hiding, just for my moment to show up, just like you all. Good morning. Okay. Congratulations again. You are now Americans, naturalized citizen of the greatest nation on earth, the United States of America. Today, I am very honored to be here, to have this opportunity to tell you that you are an American. Yes, give yourself an applause. You all have to pass a test as well too, so that's very good. And by becoming an American, I will share with you some of your most important roles. Like you all, I was not born as an American citizen. I came to America as a young boy with my parents as a refugee as a result of the Vietnam War in Southeast Asia in August of 31st, 1992 to Portland, Oregon. Then my parents did not speak a word of English. I did not speak a word of English. But here I am, some 30 years later. I'm living my American dream. And today, as naturalized American citizen, you too will get to live your own American dream. But before doing that, I will remind you of who you are now and tomorrow. And this is very important. Growing up, I remember my Hmong community here in America kept asking each other, does the Hmong people have a country? And for some of you, you may have that same questions too. And this is yesterday. And you all may ask, do I have a country? Where do I come from? Today, I can tell you. Right now, I can show you. Does every one of us here in this room know what country we are from now? Do we? Yes. So all your answers should be yes, and that is the United States of America, USA. We are all Americans, and our country wants you to know that from now and onward. It is not Laos, it is not Philippines, it is not Vietnam, China, India, or any other country. Another question that our Hmong community used to have was, who is an American? Is an American a 6 feet tall, blonde, and blue-eyed person? No. An American is not how we look on the outside, but more how we think and we feel on the inside. And you guys pass all the tests, that's why you guys are citizens, so you know who Dr. Martin Luther King was. Dr. Martin Luther King said in his famous speech, I have a dream. He alluded to who an American person was. And he said that an American person will not be judged by the color of the skin, but by the content of their character. And what he mean by this was he's saying that an American person is not how he or she looks, but more how we act, more who we are on the inside, our character. That is what makes us American. And so we all know that Dr. King went on to win the Nobel Peace Prize for his legacy work on civil rights movement and peace. And today, make sure you do not forget to include yourself, your people, and those people like you as Americans. Because it is people like you and me that helped to create this beautiful American rainbow that is always present, whether it rains or not. However, sadly, sometimes some people don't know that, and they wait for the rain to really see the American rainbow. But we don't have to wait for it to rain. It is always there. And if I haven't persuaded you enough that you are now truly an American, I say this to you. Each of us has a first name and a last name, right? Like Jose Garcia, Mike Smith, and yes, Ghia Xiong. And our first name is our identity of who we are as an individual. But our last name tells others a bit more of what family we are from. Today, I want to tell you all that we are all one big family under this great nation. And it doesn't matter what identity you are, Hmong, Russian, Somali, Vietnamese, because now our last name is an American. Here's how. When I go out and if people don't know me by my name or my last name, they will see and say, oh, that is an Asian American. And if they don't know that I'm Hmong, they will say, I am Hmong American, right? And if I were to go back to my former country, Laos, none of those people would acknowledge me as Hmong. They would say, oh, that's Hmong American right there, just by the way he walks, right? And I asked them, how does a Hmong American walk and how does a Hmong Lao walk? They can tell, okay? So if you are a Sikh, you are now a Sikh American. And if you were a Mexican, you are now a Mexican American. And if you're Hmong, like I said, you are now Hmong American. And if you're a Somali, you are now a Somali American. So you see, no matter what ethnicity we're from, we all now have the same last name, American. So we are now the same clan, same family, from the same nation, same country. And when you walk out of this auditorium, that is the one thing that I also want you all to remember, that we are one family as Americans. Finally, I hope that I have convinced you that you are now an American. And by being American, I want you to at least remember 3 main responsibilities and duties that you have to do as an American citizen. And this is something that after being an American citizen for over 20 plus years, I find it very valuable. First, defend and protect this country because it is your country now. This country is powerful, but it is only as powerful as its people. And we are its people. Second, serve in the best way that you can serve. There are many ways you can serve our country. One of your duties and responsibility as a U.S. citizen is to serve as a jury. You will get to judge a person on whether he or she is guilty or not guilty of a crime. Not the judge, not the lawyers, but you. The judge will only sentence after you determine that the person is guilty. And third, I believe one of the most powerful tools each of us have as an American is our one vote that we have. And talking to our community, when I ask a lot of the Hmong people, they say it's only one vote. That doesn't matter. But I tell them, it is that one vote that really matters. Yes, it is only one vote, but it is the only thing that can make you and me as powerful as the richest man on earth and as powerful as the President of the United States, because they too only have one vote like you and me. And so now, as new Americans, remember what I said, who you are now and will be, and you can live your dream. So thank you, and God bless all.
Thank you, Dr. Xiong. Moments ago, you were 204 individuals from 35 different countries, and in an instant you became citizens of the United States. You should look around you to the person to your left and right. You now share a special experience with them. On this beautiful day, your lives crossed paths as you all became citizens together. On behalf of the United States, the Department of Homeland Security, Citizenship and Immigration Services, we are honored to welcome you all as the newest citizens of the United States. Give yourselves a round of applause. And at this time, I would like to invite Field Office Director Feldman for the closing remarks. Ms. Feldman?
You know, I'm going to skip that speech that I had because I had promised you a song. So, no, I'm not going to sing. We're going to sing together. Is there anyone having birthdays today? Anyone? Anyone starting? Oh, someone raised their hand really quick. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Of course, she's covering her face right now. So, but I've got a trick. We had a former employee who happens to be here, Jenny Rodriguez, who's sitting in the back. She, years ago, had a little thing she did at a ceremony. It happened to be her birthday. And do you remember it, Jenny? Yes. So instead of having people sing happy birthday to her, what she asked to do was she wanted to celebrate the day of those who became citizens. What was more important to her that day were the folks who became citizens. And I know that's always been a mission of hers, is to help others accomplish that goal. But on that day, she turned the happy birthday song to a happy citizenship day song. So, before I ask you to do that, and I'm hoping some people will join me in singing Happy Citizenship Day to you all, I want you to think about this. Every month we have a ceremony at the Fresno Convention Center. It's about 1,000 people that become citizens that day. And that event, it gets a little impersonal because it could be 3,000 people. Families are way in the back. The citizens are, way in the front. You really don't get a chance to connect. And these events like this, it's a lot of hard work, but these events like this, it's more personal. You do have a chance to really engage and maybe have eye contact with your family members in the back. And these events are beautiful. And it's more beautiful when we're invited to places like this. This is really a beacon, to me, a special place in the Central Valley. You won't be going to the Fresno Convention Center saying, I think I naturalized there. But when you come to Clovis next time and you drive by this beautiful place, you'll remember that's where I became citizen. And when you have a chance, you bring your family members, your children, your nieces and nephews, bring them back. And when there are Friday nights farmers market, you'll think, 2 blocks from here, I became a citizen. What day was it? It was World Refugee Day. And what happened at the end? They made us sing Happy Citizenship. So we're gonna do that. But I bring that back to say thank you, Mr. Rios. Thank you so much for inviting and allowing us to come, to making a day so special. I know it's hot outside, but what's new for us Central Valley folks, right? But it is a beautiful day. I also do want to thank the Maddy Institute, Mr. Kepler and Maria. They're all up front, and they worked tireless, many, many hours to making today as special as we can. Most of the ceremonies, we don't have performers, but you guys got the performers today. There was a little bit of a wait, but imagine how long that wait would have been at the convention center. It would have been much longer and it's not well decorated. So Lisa, Maria, we had Mrs. LeMay come and sing on her own time. Because why? Because they wanted to make today as special and as beautiful as we could make it. For who? For you all. For the 204 candidates today. This is your day. For the family and friends back there, this is your day as well. I know you've probably sat down with them, helped them study for the exam, helped them fill out the forms. And I know the forms are not easy. The questions sometimes don't make sense. But thank you so much to you all for being here on a Tuesday. and taking the time off and celebrating with your family and with your family and friends here who's becoming citizens. So thank you to you all. Actually, let's give them a round of applause. We've given you guys a round. Let's give them. I also want to thank the Boy Scouts. Thank you for coming, and thank you also for really kicking off the ceremony. So now here it is. So Jenny, how did it go? So instead of saying happy birthday, we said happy Citizenship Day to you. But you guys will have to say to me though, unless you do wanna really. Oh, the candidates will have to sing happy Citizenship Day to me, unless you wanna, serenade the person next to you and say how beautiful they are, which you all are. But it's really to me. And like I said, every year after this, I encourage you to sing this song. Maybe your kids can sing it to you. And I encourage you to come back here and sing it and celebrate it. So let's do it. All right, I'll start, and you've got to drown me out because my voice is not going to be good after a while. So, ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy Citizenship Day to you. 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 Thank you for going through that with me. It was really beautiful from the front here. So, thank you again. I want to say from the Fresno field office, thank you for allowing us to service you, be part of your day. Is that a note to tell me this to get off, Sophia? No? Okay, but I get the hint. So thank you so much. We hope we don't see you again unless you're petitioning for your family members, but we wish you all the luck, all the beauties, all the successes for your future, for your families, for our community, and most important, please vote. All right, thank you so much, guys.
What a good day. We laughed, we sang, a baby is being born. We're all in the cool air conditioning. It's a great day. I would like to take a moment to thank Lynn Kwan-Feldman, Carol LeMay, Lorenzo Rios, Lisa Adao on behalf of Nasim Saeed, and Dr. Ghia Xiong, who have contributed to making this such a special, memorable experience. We would also like to thank the staff members from the Maddy Institute, the Fresno Adult School, Mi Familia Vota, the Fresno County Library, Every Neighborhood Partnership, and the San Joaquin College of Law for all their hard work and support in the preparation and planning of today's ceremony. Let's give them all a round of applause. And at this time, I would like to invite Boy Scout Troop 60 back to the stage to retire the colors.
Audience, please rise. Color guard, retrieve the colors. Color guard, advance. Color guard, dismissed.
They are great, thank you. You can go ahead and sit back down. Okay, so now is the moment you have all been waiting for. Who wants their certificate? I don't see any hands. Okay, 2, 3. Okay. Now it's time for your certificate. So we will start excusing you by row to pick up your naturalization certificates. Our tables are located right over here on the far wall. And you are going to pick up your certificate there, and hopefully you'll stop by the tables on your way out. And once you obtain your certificate and pick up a voter's registration application, we'd like you to exit the door in the back of the room. Also, we welcome you to celebrate this event by tweeting your experience and sharing your photographs through Twitter using the hashtag New U.S. Citizen as shown on the card provided to you at check-in. And we also ask that you please check your certificate carefully before you leave today. If you find an error, please return to the Fresno field office at 744 P Street today between 1 and 2:30 p.m. or Wednesday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. After 2 o'clock on Friday, June 23rd, no additional changes or corrections will be made without a fee. So it's very important that you check your information, make sure your name is spelled right, your height, your date of birth is all correct. Okay, so sit tight and we will start excusing you by row.
As the family members are picking their certificates, I'd like to congratulate you guys as you're walking out. And family and friends, you can go ahead and greet them after they finish the round. But there are many photo opportunities throughout this venue, as well as outside. So enjoy your day. Thank you so much.